Na, szevasztok srácok, üdvözlök mindenkit egy újabb Gwent videóba, ami már régen volt, de mivel most volt a felfedése az új kiegészítőnek a Gwentbe, ami érkezik, és aminek egyébként a címét már látjátok, én sajnos lecsúsztam róla, de úgy gondoltam, hogy mindenképpen kell róla videót csinálnom, mert az újítások azok nem kerültek bele, de viszont ezt úgy éreztem, hogy fontos, és akkor megnézzük a trélert, meg elvileg mutattak lapokat is, illetve új kulcs szavakat, amikre majd figyelni kell. Úgyhogy vágjunk is bele. És ez most olyan lesz, hogy egyébként, ha olyan dolog van, amit el kell magyarázni, majd meg fogom állítani, persze.
Hello and welcome to the expansion overview.
És itt van
Stay at
a
home edition.
Yeah!
Jason, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I mean, it's hard not to be excited and happy at the start of the season of the leaks.
Oh yes, leak season is here.
Tasty soup incoming.
Yeah, we started everything today, Master Mirror. I like how we did the tease. People didn't know what to expect, what's going to happen.
That rock.
Today we have it. Huh? Yeah, the rock.
Those bodies were creepy, right? In the background?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, people thought it was Dagon, right?
Right.
No Dagon here. It
Nope.
was actually the diabolical trickster, as they call him. Master Mirror himself. And we had the trailer drop today, for those of you who haven't seen it. We'll actually show it to you now, so enjoy.
Nézzük a trailert.
Hello. No, I fear this is no dream, my friend. Didn't actually think I would forget about you, did you? Me, who with but a whisper can swell a wave. Start a chain of events with consequences momentous. No, I never forget. And it's high time to pay the piper.
Igen. Lényegében, amit mutattak, az embernek az ilyen átváltoztatta egy gyerekként, és akkor hogy történik a dolog. Evolving card back. Az igen. Az nem tudom, mit jelent.
And we're back. Just like that.
Our cat.
Did you like it?
I think what I really like the most about it, I mean there's a lot of things I really like about it, is that we all did it inside of our team. Yeah, we set up our own rendering pipeline. We all worked really hard inside the actual development team to make that come together. And it was the first time that we did something so ambitious, and I'm pretty happy with how we pulled it off.
And you saw it like a million times, right?
I've seen it so many times at this point, but it still creeps me out. Yeah, it's near the end when everything really comes together and the sound effects are really reaching their final quality that you start going, yep, okay, this works.
Yeah, the first prototype that I saw, I remember I had like chills going through, because Master Mirror is such a impactful character, although he was only in the expansion. But this story there with Olgerd and all that, it was very, very like intriguing, and people really got into it. And I think, for him being like the iconic character here in the expansion was amazing. Tell me a little bit about the background, kind of like what is Gwentről Master Mirror doing here, pretty much?
Well, it's actually really hard to make a coherent packaged expansion when the factions are so all over the place, right? Like Skellige is not known to be all over the place all the time. You know, they're raiders, and so. You know, on top of wanting to bring Gwentről back because of how cool the character is, I think he's easily a character deserving of an expansion. We thought it'd be really cool to go through history. Yeah, and the trailer is actually reflecting the first faction that we kind of figured out, which was the idea of Gwentről, you know, just making a quick whisper into the ears of the usurper, and kickstarting the whole snowball of events that comes there. I think we knew we wanted to do storytelling within the cards a bit more this time, and I think that's where it really started. And we saw like sort of the immortal, mystic confusingness of Gwent as a great opportunity to actually jump through different points of history, and that's definitely exciting.
Yeah. And speaking of Master Mirror, I think what we will do now is we'll go through some of the cards. So
lényegében azt mutatták be, hogy gyerekként átváltoztatták az apját, megölték, meg a hasonló valamiérnek. És egészen parlett a
we also plan to have most likely another overview somewhere in the middle of this whole leak campaign, so when we'll be teasing all the new cards, and of course we'll sum it up most likely at the end with another one with the final cards like we always do.
És persze
we're going to do things a bit differently this time though, aren't we? We're gonna sequence through factions a bit better than we usually do.
Yes, we're going to stick more to going faction by faction, so it will give you a better perspective of what you can expect, some card synergy, some things that will be working nicely together, so it will probably paint a bigger and a broader picture of what the expansion is about and what the factions are doing here pretty much. So,
and I think the problem we're trying to solve here is, like, oftentimes when we were revealing cards all over the place, it was hard to see the value of a card until you saw other cards in that faction, right? Like, how many times have you heard, like, well, it depends on what else, you know, what other cards of traps or whatever archetype was in the expansion to make it whole. And we're hoping this makes it a bit more coherent. And I think we have some extra special goodies to actually set the pace here coming as well, right? Something to be excited for.
Yeah, I'm really happy for this campaign. It's something different than we did, but it also is the thing that we have is we have different pre-orders this time, which you saw in the trailer we played before. So you have 3 options. So you have 2 pre-orders, and then you have a combo package, which is pretty much the best value in this case.
It's both combined, right? With an extra title.
És a harmadik az meg jó felállnak kettőt.
The cool thing about it this time is that you can equip these things instantly. So with update 6.3, which launched today, you pretty much can get the pre-orders and you can equip the stuff, and you're like, hey, I already got it. You can show off your cool stuff. And I think that was also something that we wanted to improve on moving forward, and I'm actually happy that we got it done. But,
definitely a goal for us. And I don't know if you noticed that card back evolves at the start of each round.
Oh yeah, I love it.
It's a bit crazier every round. I think that's a fun concept.
Hogy azért mutatták úgy, hogy változni fog a minden kör végén a kártyákat. Mondjuk azt tényleg tehát, hogy a tükörben mindig más mutatott, azért voltak azok a váltások.
Yeah, and also having Gunter as a skin, that's amazing.
Neutral, right? He goes on every faction.
Yes, he goes on every faction. Like our
Günther egyébként semleges líder.
Right.
Although no hats for him yet.
No hats for him. No, he's
no beer mug, you know, with the 2 beer things.
I don't know if that would be nice if you could do funny things to him. He's such a diabolical character. I don't know if funny things would actually suit him.
No, but I still can dream. I have funny dreams.
Okay, so let's jump into Master Mirror himself. So this is the first card that we'll be showing off today. And he has Veil, Deploy, transfer leftmost card in your hand into a random legendary card from your faction that was not in your starting deck. Repeat this ability whenever you play a rightmost card from your hand.
Tehát lényegében a Veil az nem tudom mi, de ha kijátszuk ezt a lapot, akkor a kezünknek a legszélső, tehát a baloldali lap, azt átalakítja egy legendás lapát, tehát aranyá, amivel nem kezdtük egyébként ezt a paklit, és annyiszor változik, vagy ismétlődik ez a képesség, amíg játszunk mindig ki jobb oldalt egy másik lapot. Az úgy érdekes.
And he's 10 provision, 6 power. Wow.
And a demon.
And a demon. This is crazy, though.
It's the most important aspect of this guy. No, like, I think we should almost read that again. That's a pretty wordy one, but generally, this is, I think, going to be a really fun card, right? Like, watch out, Great Dandelion Show, here comes Master Mirror.
Oh yeah, there'll be a lot of memes with this one.
Right, but hopefully it's a pretty fun, good RNG. It can go in a lot of places, right? It's a bit less controlled, and I don't know. We'll see. It's not that easy to execute. I think what people will find is it might sound like crazy because you're transforming any card into a legendary, into a gold card, but in reality, controlling what's the leftmost card, making sure that you actually want to play the rightmost card, it's not going to be as easy as it might seem on first glance to get crazy value from him, but definitely it'll create some new fun situations, and I think it's nice every now and then for us to add cards like this that are a bit less straightforward, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it lets our design team have a little bit more fun when it comes to designing these things, but yeah, I like it. So do you want to talk about Veil? Because I think it's a new keyword.
That kind of just stuck in there, didn't it? What is Veil?
It's a status that prevents units from gaining statuses.
It's an anti-status status?
It's an anti-status status. So it's a
Tehát lényegében az ilyen lények, amik ezzel rendelkeznek, ezzel a véllel, nem lehet őket se vitality, se bleeding, se doom, se megmérgezni, vagy hasonló, mert jóformán immunisak rá. Ez mondjuk érdekes.
A veil that covers you, and it prevents you from gaining statuses, so you're kind of...
Now the interesting thing about Veil is it doesn't prevent targeting in any way. So you can actually still try to apply shield to a card with Veil, it just won't get the shield.
Or poison.
Or whatever other status. And I believe it works with bleed and vitality as well. So it's a very interesting... Do we have any other examples other than Master Mirror lined up for Veil?
We actually do. We have... the Spoon Lady.
That's what I like to call her. The Spoon Lady. The Mad Spoon Lady's actual name is Marlene Trastamara, and she has Veil herself, 6 power, 6 provision, but she has order, give a unit Veil. So if you're feeling like the meta's particularly, let's say, poisony or bleedy, you can definitely pop down Marlene. She's protected from statuses, she's decent body at 6 power, and she also lets you protect another potentially tall unit from that pesky poison, or whatever other status you want to protect, right?
Yeah, I love the art here, I have to say, because yeah, it just totally reminds me of Blood and Wine. Yep. Yeah. Awesome.
It's a fun card for people.
Yeah.
Let's move on to maybe let's do Skellige keywords right now. There's 2 new keywords that are unique to Skellige.
Yes.
In fact, the first one, Rupture, right? Rupture is only on 1 card right now, but we aren't afraid from using a keyword to help. It's actually not a keyword, Rupture. Rupture is a status, right?
Yes.
Status.
At the end of owner's turn, damage this unit equal to its power, then remove this stat.
Tehát a lényege az, hogy amelyik egységen van ez a Rupture státusz, annyit sebez arra az egységre, amennyi támadó erővel rendelkezik, és utána eltűnik. Tehát ez érdekes.
Exactly.
Right, so you just killed it, so it's important to remove a status after you kill something. Always keep your bodies clean. No. So this will be like a next turn kill status, if you will, that needs to either be purified or, well, yeah, purified.
Kíváncsi vagyok, hogy néz ki.
It's pretty nasty little status. And there's another keyword for Skellige that we have in this expansion, right?
Másik.
Veteran.
Oldie but a goodie, veteran, boosts the base strength of a unit at the start of each round. So at the start...
Tehát a második kör és a harmadik kör elején, akik veterán státusszal rendelkeznek, azoknak az alaptámadó ereje növekszik meg 1-jel. Tehát gondolom, hogyha a kezünkben van, akkor már alapból aktiválódik ez.
Round 3, you have +2 base strength. We haven't played with base strength since we launched Homecoming, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
But we feel like the game's at a point right now where on correct select cards, veteran can make sense. So you'll start seeing the veteran keyword in quite a few Skellige cards. And I think our first example is a combo of both, right?
Yes. He has veteran and rupture, and his name is Tursak. He has veteran, like you said. I hope that pronounced that well. Deploy, give an enemy unit rupture.
But he's veteran.
Yes.
So 5 power, 11 provisions. That means in round 3, he's actually 7 power, 11 provisions, correct?
Yeah. Well, he's cool. I was focusing on the art. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I think the way we plan that art, let's do sort of like a bro fist.
But his hand's bloody. His other hand is also bloody. He has blood on his pants, and the axe is also probably covered in blood. And it's like, I really like Skellige's overall theme in this expansion because they're very, very Viking-like. They're just like super Viking-like. And there's also maybe some other examples of cards that will showcase this super, super well, and you guys will probably remember what I just said when you see that card. But yeah, I love it. Yeah, he looks cool.
I think we spent over a month planning what should be on the card arts this time. It was a pretty arduous process, but nice. I think we came up with some really cool and potentially gruesome ideas for this one. And you guys get to see more of that as we go.
All right.
I think there's another keyword that we can talk about really quick.
Echo.
The start of your turn, move this card
around start, move this card from your graveyard to the top of owner's deck. Give it doomed.
Tehát kijátszod egy echoval rendelkező lapot, az ugyebár bekerül a temetőlapok közül, és a következő köröd elején ugyebár bekerül a paklitba, ugyanúgy, és a legfelső lap az lesz. De akkor viszont, ha újra kijátszuk, akkor Doom taget kap, tehát újra nem lehet kijátszani, tehát kétszer lehet kijátszani ezt. Kicsit olyan, mint...
So basically, this is a spell you can play twice, right?
Lesz, amit Hearthstonehoz hasonlít, hogy
and I think the Doom prevents you from doing it twice, but I think normally you can't play it twice in one round, right? Because it only goes back to your deck at the end of the round.
Exactly.
So if you save it, you get it in round 3, it's a one-shot deal, right? I think our example that we set up for Echo is particularly interesting. What do you say? Let's go into...
We got it. Oneiromancy, Echo, play any card from your deck.
Kijátszhatsz bármilyen lapot a
12 provisions. Ooh. You could do that twice?
And this is a special card. Yep.
Jeez, that sounds pretty strong.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you ever put this in your deck?
I would totally put this in my deck. And this is actually an art that we showcased some time ago, but we haven't used it until now. So yeah, it's beautiful. So yeah, like we said, Echo, Oneiromancy is the name of the card. Play any card from your deck.
But the next keyword is actually the answer to my previous question. Why wouldn't you put this in your deck?
Next up, we have Devotion. Trigger this ability if your starting deck has no neutral cards.
Ez pedig
Can't
azt
put neutrals in your
jelenti,
deck
hogy
if you want this
semleges lapok a paklitba.
No neutral cards here.
És akkor aktiválod.
That kind of forces you to only stay within your faction.
Ability.
It does. And every faction will have a few interesting high-value devotion cards. I think this might be a keyword we played with more in time. Because you're restricting yourself out of all those, let's say, neutral tech options. We feel like cards with devotion should just be inherently a bit stronger than regular cards. Yeah. Just because you lose some of that flexibility. Right now, we're not retroactively putting keywords on anything. I'm just pointing out that the idea is to do it that way. And in fact, every faction will have a pretty strong devotion card coming up, right?
Yeah.
Talk about that later.
Exactly. So
ilyen hasonlót már láttunk rá.
Yeah, let's look at an example of how we approach devotion, right? So we have Oak Critters, right, which is a 2-power, 4-provision treant. Deploy melee, give an enemy unit bleeding 3, so it's a bit of a 5/4. Range, spawn a base copy of self in this row. Again, it's 2 bodies of 2. Or Devotion, use both abilities. So
and I love this.
You have no neutrals. That's 2 power bodies on the board, plus bleeding 3.
Yep. Love the art on this one. And I like that if you go full on devotion here, you get to use both abilities. So that makes this card pretty good. Yeah, and for a bronze, that's super good.
That's an easy 7-point play for that goes 1 point beyond what usually for vision cards typically do. And next up, I think we have a Nilfgaard gets a new keyword this expansion. Yeah.
Nilfgaard.
Yes. Next up, we have conspiracy. Trigger this ability if target unit has spying.
Oh shit! Does that mean we have a lot of new spying in the game? I don't know. I'm asking questions this way. Yes, it absolutely means
Yes.
Nilfgaard will have a lot of new spying cards in this expansion. And I think the first example is not a spy. We'll save those a bit for later. Is Angry Mob. And you know what the secret to Angry Mob is, Bourja?
What is it, Jason?
They're always angry.
Of course they are.
So again, Angry Mob is a 3-power, 4-provision human and deals 2 damage on deploy. But Conspiracy boosts self by 2. So if you're putting a, let's say, 2-power spying unit on the opponent's side, you can clean it up and get a nice, again, 7-point swing. Pretty good 4-provision card, if you ask me.
Yeah, they look happy.
Mert rásebzel arra a lapra, és 2
Down with the Empire's elite crappy people. We need new management.
Exactly. The Angry Mob. Always angry. Yeah.
Next up is, I think we have a keyword for Skoya?
Yes, symbiosis. Because in Skoyatel, everything lives in perfect symbiosis.
Never a nature card.
So whenever you play a nature card, spawn a...
Ahányszor kijátszol egy nature cardot, megidéz egy wandering treantot valamelyik sorba, és beállítja a támadó erejét annak függvényébe, hogy mennyi szimbiózis lapot irányítasz.
Wandering treant in a random allied row and set its power equal to the number of units with symbiosis on units you control.
Okay, so that's a new token, right? The Wandering Treant?
Yeah. Actually, I think I'll just straight up show it. Wandering Treant, duped, 1 power.
He doesn't really know where he's going, but that's not the point.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want to walk.
Yeah. You just want to wander around. Exactly. Especially in a beautiful forest like he is in.
So any symbiosis decks is going to see a few of these guys wandering the board, giving you some sweet Treant points.
Yep.
And I think we have another card, which is actually a token to kind of bring up really quick and reveal that works as an example of symbiosis, which is the Young Dryad.
Exactly. Doomed symbiosis.
Doomed symbiosis. Straight up, 2 power. It's a token. It'll be spawned by other things. And her fluff reads, I can share with you my arrows, but not my apple.
Yep.
That's her apple.
Yeah. But if you look above her, there's a lot of apples on that tree, so.
They're all hers.
Oh, okay. That's a lot of apples for one person.
She worked really hard growing those, okay?
Yeah. Nice. I just noticed that she has a bow here. Oh. Yeah, and it's a really cool art. Also with the spider webs down here. That's cool. That's pretty cool.
Now, that's actually the end of our keywords, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So question here that I have for you. Why are some factions getting new keywords and others not?
Well, I mean, it boils down to, keywords are not actually evenly distributed with factions to begin with. So sometimes we're just trying to catch it up. And in other directions, sometimes we just want to make a keyword to do what we want to do with that faction in that expansion, right? So for monsters, for example, there's no new keyword, but definitely there'll be a lot of changes, and then we'll be exploring new archetypes when we get to monsters, right? So even though there's no new keyword, there's definitely a lot of new awesome coming from monsters.
And I think the community will appreciate this. So fingers crossed that they will actually like it. So that makes sense. But do we have one more that we actually want to talk about?
Do you have a bloody ink left?
Something funny, and actually I'll show it right now. We have the squirrel, which you actually saw during last weekend's Gwent Open #1 of season 2. And
it was
now,
a good day, wasn't it, in the Open?
És benne is sered lapot az ellenfelnek a temetőlapjai közül. Az igen.
Everybody's like, what's up with the squirrel? Why a squirrel? Is it unit? Is it faction specific? It sounds like a Skoyatel card. Like where would you put this one? And actually, Squirrel is neutral, and it has deploy, banish a card from the opponent's graveyard. So it's still something from the graveyard.
So this would be actually a great tech option against
Hát
things
lopja,
like,
hanem
I don't know,
megsemmisíti, de
one
durva.
Iron Mancy. I'm joking about that. So this will definitely be a interesting tech option if you're feeling like the echo cards are a bit overwhelming. In fact, for reference, other than the neutral one we already revealed, every faction will have one echo special gold card. Otherwise, there will be no echo in this expansion beyond that.
All right. Cool.
But again, you know, this could be really bad for Skellige, but it could be bad for monsters, Squirrel, and bad in the sense that it's good against them, and it'll be good versus, you know, any echo type deck or any, let's say you don't want, you know, a card in the graveyard to be recycled, and can be a nice tech option.
Yeah, I agree. It's a really, really cool tech option. And that is actually it.
It was like there's like one of those arts that our art team did without us asking for it. Like they just wanted to make a squirrel
On Facebook,
into his most powerful, his or her.
Na mindegy. Igazából ennyi lett volna. A többi az már csak ilyen kövessetek és hasonló. Érdekes. Igazából véleményt még nem tudok úgy mondani a kiegészítőről, hogy mi várható. Az egyes ilyen kulcsszavak azok érdekesek lesznek. Nem tudom egyelőre, hogy mennyibe kerülnek egyébként az előrendelhető pakkok, de szerintem azért úgy óvatosan. Ja, és akkor várjuk az új kiegészítőt. Hogy előre ennyi lett volna. Ha lesznek új lapok, meg ahogy felfedik őket, majd azokkal is fogok érkezni. És igazából ennyi lettem volna. Remélem, hogy tetszett nektek ez a videó, már nem tudom beszélni. Igazából én nagyon nem csináltam semmit, csak most így elmondom, hogy érdekes lesz. A kulcsszavak közül azért úgy talán Skelligét akarják most erősíteni, ami egyébként nem baj. De ja, majd játék közben kiderül, hogy milyen lesz. Úgyhogy folytatás majd a következő lapokkal. Addig is. Sziasztok!